Hey guys, Peter here, and I just want to say thank you for all the feedback from yesterday's video where we learned the difference between biological maturity, which we don't get to vote on, and emotional maturity, which is always a choice. But it really prompts me to share a story with you today about an incredible guy, because everything that is being taught in personal growth falls into one of two camps. Either 80 to 90% theory, never been proven, but looks good on paper, 10% battle tested, gets results. And I'm always keen to share with you stuff that gets results. And I just want to share this case study because it's so touching. And I'm not going to read it all out. But what I'd like to invite you to do is see, where do you see yourself in this story? Because there's a lot of lessons there that can be very freeing for you if you choose to look through the lens of, wow, yeah, that's me, and what's possible when you apply self-mastery over knowledge mastery. This is a guy, his name is Damir, become a very good friend since he wrote me this letter, and he was very successful in business, but he grew up as a kid in the Kosovo and Bosnian War, and therefore it did have a bit of an effect, and he always was driven to be an achiever. We see this all the time, whether it's a school teacher that says you'll never amount to anything, or a parent that casts off your potential or puts you down. You're like, no, I'm going to go prove to the world that I'm good enough. And that starts a lot of people off on that quest. But this is usually how it goes. He said, I decided to take charge and have a fulfilling life, and I spent 20 years in fight as an achiever, living in a mode called by me. So it's going to happen by me. And trying to create a better life for myself and my family. And as you probably know, I felt deeply that there was something missing. Because of my past, I was very insecure, and I depended upon the good opinion of others. I was constantly seeking for significance and approval. External validation was so important to me. All the usual suspects, like I teach. And he said, while I became successful in business, and this guy built the largest web hosting firm in Croatia, the kind of person that others look at and think, wow, they've made it. Whereas inside, it's just turmoil. Again, you get to the top of Success Mountain and you want to jump off because you realize what you think was there isn't. If this is resonating, keep listening. He said, I sucked in relationships. I never had a decent relationship with myself, let alone God or a higher power. My marriage was almost ending. We didn't understand each other, and I felt like everything was falling apart. And it was so important to me to keep fighting for it, but it got worse. Even my younger son, Dino, got some kind of autoimmune disease along with alopecia and started to lose his hair. The reason was unknown, but I always felt it had something to do with the imbalance in our family and all of the fights. And guys, this has been proven in every social study now. Parents, the energetic dynamic that you have in your family, whether it's turbulent or whether it's harmonious, has a massive impact on the immune system of your kids. He goes on to say he thought separation was the only way, and then he came across my work and something kind of tugged him to that, there's a missing piece here. And then he says, nowhere in the universe was I expecting what happened. It literally blew me away, and I had such a dramatic, life-changing experience. Finally, everything unfolded, and I started to understand why I behave as I do. What were the reasons? What were the patterns driving me? And what were my fears and insecurities leading to different priorities? And that is a quest so many people don't go down. They don't have the courage to look in the mirror because they're too busy being distracted about going to get the next shiny object to fix what they think is the external problem. Finally, he says, everything has changed from applying what I've learned. I'm seeing huge success in my business, while I'm now mostly living in what I call through me mode, where life is flowing effortlessly as it should. I'm calm, I'm present, my marriage is flourishing, I haven't had a single fight since I can remember. We used to fight daily. I don't have the need to be right anymore. How many people would like to have that as a default? Or impose my model of the world onto others, or to react on my emotions or circumstances, something we've seen so many people do that don't understand how to master themselves. But now I stand still, I shine my light, and I have nothing to defend and nothing to conquer. Plus, my son Dino fully recovered his hair, and there's no sign of the illness anymore. And we're even expecting a new baby girl in the family next month. And he even sent me a picture of his son Dino holding up a thank you sign with all of his hair back. And guys, I share this because it's such a common pattern. People that are running off on a quest to try to be successful, but are getting more stressed out, having their health suffer, having their relationships suffer, and wondering why. Because unless you master the inner game first, nothing's going to change. And Damir is a beautiful example of the proof of that. Now, as I mentioned, I'm putting together an incredible program that is going to teach everybody all of the things that I taught Damir and how to apply them really quickly and effortlessly so that you can have the same kind of transformation. It's going to be coming out soon. If you'd like more details on it before the crowd, then either click or swipe up if you're on Insta. And just put yourself on that list so I can share with you some of the information, and I promise you it's going to be mind-blowing. I'll see you on tomorrow's video.